Next we have Mansha. So Mansha has got admits to Darden, Emory and Kenan-Flagler, and I will let her give her background. So she has a background in engineering. She did her architecture from IIT Roorkee, and she worked for a variety of different companies in Bangalore over the last few years. And Mansha, so not just the US admit, but also how she's got a scholarship, sizable scholarship.
Hello everyone. So I'll talk about my experience briefly and focus more on the takeaways from my experience. Starting with a little bit of background about myself, I was born and raised in a small town of Rajasthan named Kota, and many of you must be knowing that it's famous for IIT JEE coachings. So I also did the most predictable thing, went to IIT. I always wanted to pursue master's degree after IIT. I wanted to go for higher education. So that was clear in my mind. I graduated in 2014, and after 1 year of work experience as a business analyst, I found that I'm more inclined towards doing an MBA. So I was sure of that. I wrote my GMAT in 2014 and got a score of 720. So one question here, why GMAT, why not CAT, SAT, etc. That's my reason is same as what Rakshan also mentioned here, that I wanted global exposure. I wanted to be a part of diverse student community. I thought that such an exposure would groom me, and I believe coming from a small town, that was something that is really important for all the long-term goals we all have, going to a director position, vice president position and all. So that's why I wrote GMAT, got a score of 720. But I had very little clarity of what exactly I wanted to do. So like Arun mentioned, I didn't want to be a Bhakti Atma. So I waited for a year, I had no confidence. And of course, my work experience was just 1 year, right? And till the time I would get into a B school, it will be just 2 years. So it's not just about getting into B schools, but it's also about getting into the B school of your choice. So that's why I thought of waiting for some time to improve my profile, to get more work experience. After 1 more year of work experience and switching companies, I was clear about what I want to do and how an MBA will help me to do what I want to do. So that's when I reached out to Arun. My biggest worry that time was, should I retake the GMAT test? 720 is an okay score. Should I go for a higher score or not? So this is what Arun suggested me, that every year average GMAT score for the universities is going higher. 2 years back it was 700 average GMAT score, right? Today the average is 720. So if you want to build up the credibility that, hey, the work experience is less, but I am smart enough to go through the rigorous MBA curriculum of your school, I needed to show something more than that, to prove myself that I am above average in academics. So, in my logical thinking, to say. So that's when I decided I will retake the GMAT test, and it was in 2015 I retook and got 740. Was not exactly very happy, but what I mentioned, that you have to stop somewhere when you realize that there are other things in the process as well. And once I went to the next step, that's when I realized that the bigger worries are yet to come, and that's the application process. I thought GMAT score and resume, that's all enough. I'm good. But the essays, and what the essays could be, your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and how an MBA will help you, why do you want to do an MBA, all those things. But no, the B schools want to know about you more than just your academics and work experience. And I wish I really knew about this before. They want to know your story of transition, of what you were, what you want to be, and what are the different things that shape of what you're today. So some people asked that are extracurricular activities important in the previous session. So those are important as long as they are shaping you up as a person. They are adding up to your personality. So that's why they want to know about you. They want to know 360 degree of who Mansha is. So when I started with this process, there are 4 things that I learned during this experience that I want to share with you. First was, of course, the decision to take the GMAT test. It really helped me a lot. Retaking the GMAT test, it did build up that credibility that I am above average. The second one was being genuine. I was very much tempted to state consulting as my post-MBA goal. And that's because ACCOMs know that for international students, consulting jobs are least difficult to get into. My actual MBA goal was to get into data-driven marketing. And for international students, marketing jobs are tough to get in. But I suggested me against it. And this helped. My passion, the clarity of thought, the genuineness of connection between what I have been doing so far and what I want to do, it reflected in my essays. It reflected in the answers for my interview, and that really helped. The third thing that helped was coming up with the story on my own. So please don't go for any consultant who writes essays for you. Please don't. The way I and Arun worked for my essays was that Arun used to first brief me that through this essay question, they want to know this particular side of Mansha, and we need to come up with a story that tells about the takeaways which are in lines with those. So I would come up with, I will find a story from my own life experience, draft it down, share it with Arun, he will have comments, and then there will be multiple iterations on that. So after a couple of iterations on couple of essays, it really made me understand 2 things. One, how to present a story, and second, what ACCOMs are looking for when they ask you that particular question. And it helped me in my interview process as well. I knew what the ACCOMs want to know, and I knew how to present it. So that helped in the interviews as well. And the fourth thing that helped was being optimistic. I had doubts on my profile from day one. But Arun pushed me that I should apply to good B schools, because he told me that, again, I'm repeating the time, it's not about getting into any B school, but the school of your choice. You are going to make huge financial investment, going to spend 2 years of your life, so it's very important that you get into the B school of your choice. I many times had doubts on the stories for my essays, and those times Arun even scolded me. And in round 1, I got rejects from 3 of the 4 colleges I applied in, and I was very underconfident. And for round 2, I wanted to apply to US colleges of lower range in terms of ranking. And again, Arun pushed me that I should be applying to good schools. I did apply, and then Darden happened. I got admitted from University of Virginia, Darden. And that is in fact the school I want to get into. So this is what Arun told me, and it's important that you will get a lot of rejects, but you don't need to bother about it. All you need is just one attempt. So trust me, I too had a lot of doubts, and I was completely unaware of the process, my story, etc. But you have to get into the process to learn about the process, and eventually you will learn about the process. So at least start now. That's all I want to share. Thank you. Any questions?
So great. So any questions for Mansha? Anything about?
I want to ask about the scholarship. I mean, there are many people, many students who don't have a lot of money, but they want to have a global exposure and all that. So is there any way, or and how many students can actually get benefited, or it's like 100 in one? Can you just give me the statistics and what is the criteria they look in order to give a scholarship to global exposure?
So just to give you this, one is getting a scholarship, other is having a PhD on how scholarships are administered. So she may not be qualified to give you statistics, but she can talk about her experience.
Yes,
or whatever.
So I don't know what percentage of students get scholarships, but I do know what the certain things that help me. I have interacted with other students who got admitted to the same universities, compared my profile, my scores, etc. So one, your GMAT score is very important. GMAT score helps, and for female candidates, it's a good news that they have higher chances of getting a scholarship. And I think it's also about how you bring out yourself in this entire process. What's the story you come up with? So I think what helped me in so I look at it like this. Emory was my safe school, and getting a scholarship from there is a way of saying that you are good and we really want to get you here. So that's why they offered 80% scholarship. I think what helped in Darden was that the story I came up with, the journey I shared with them, how I was so underconfident, and what are the things that I did to get more confidence, and some kind of inner struggles, things like those. So probably they like me as a person, and along with my score, because for Darden I'm sure there are a lot of I think the average GMAT score is high for that school as well. But I think they liked me, they liked the person they were interviewing that time. So that's it.
So just to add to it, GMAT does play a huge role. So what I told, what is number one? Oxygen. Number two, GMAT. Okay, so it is important, especially for scholarships, because they have got all the people they wanted to admit based on a variety of different criteria. A 3-digit score gives you that confidence, right? So 740 and let's say 680. Right? So there is one more question that we have got online, and I don't know how to answer this, but if you want to go ahead. Did being from IIT help you?
I think it did.
It did.
Yeah, because so again, my work experience, I was joined in 2014. My work experience is just 3 years, but it did. They wanted to know what I did at IIT, what was my journey from there. And another thing that helped me was, that I want to share with you is, I worked in a startup before, and then I joined another company, Lowe's. It's a US brand, and they were more interested in knowing about my journey at Lowe's. So your company's brand also helps.
So one more question that I have is probably they don't know. So there was, have you heard of Duke? Right? So Duke has this very weird essay. Okay, the essay is, tell us 25 random things about you that would interest us. Right? So you have done that. So any thoughts on that? Is it?
I think on those 25 things, again, they want to know you, not how random you are, but so some of my answers were that I talked about my love for numbers, that how I am so addicted to playing Sudoku, or how do I try to derive patterns from the 4 digits on the number plate I see in front of the car in the car driving in front of me. So that reflected my love for numbers, and what I want to do is data-driven marketing. So it connects, right? It should not be random and all over the place, but it could be something interesting also, like I discussed about that I fast because of spiritual reasons. So that's not related, but then it tells me the kind of person I am. It tells them the kind of person I am. So I don't know what helped, because I got rejected from Duke. So, but I think there are things that again add up to your resume and your essays. They collectively tell what you are, and it should be coherent. It should not some places talk about something else, some places talk about something else.
Yeah, but the whole idea is that if you understand these kind of questions, and this is a very interesting exercise that you can do. Today I want you to do, can you just give me the handout? Anybody's already got it? Maybe you have already got, yeah, you can just give me this. The one on screen. So all of you have got this booklet over here. We have it? Okay. So one thing over here is this booklet talks a lot about the whole process. Where is the sheet? So it talks a lot about the process, but along with that, we also have this MBA profile page, right? So there are a series of questions that you can probably answer, and this is a sort of a mini quiz, and you give yourself points, and based on the points, you get a profile of what kind of applicant you are. So try doing that. If during the week you have time, try writing 25 things about yourself. And you will just start to realize the enormity of task that MBA applications sometimes can be. Right?
But don't get bogged down.
Don't get bogged down, right? But it's very interesting to kind of understand, because a lot of times what happens is when people come and they start writing, they talk about themselves. There is very little. In fact, we went through almost 30, 40, 50 things. But keep constantly thinking what can differentiate you, and pretty much at the end of the day, you will realize there are a lot of things that can be used. All right? So cool. Thanks a lot, Mansha. Thank you very much. And round of applause.